Transitioning over. Hey everybody, what is happening? We are here for a very special game. They made a Final Fantasy slash Magic the Gathering game. It's pretty awesome. It's called The Gathering. This is the demo version. I'm going to be playing here. I haven't played it at all yet. I just turned it on. It's already bringing back memories of Final Fantasy, like my original games. I was sitting here thinking about playing this today, and I was like, suddenly the music from Final Fantasy Legend 2 on the Game Boy came back to me, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, I played that game for hundreds of hours. Like, I was on the Game Boy all the time. My friend had Final Fantasy Legend 3, but he wouldn't let me play it, so I just had to sit there like over his shoulder watching him play. And then I never got a copy, so I didn't get to watch it. It was cooler than Final Fantasy Legend 2. I don't know, it was not my favorite. I definitely played way too much of it. But it's so, like, the Final Fantasy music is all iconic. I don't know, it's all stuck in my head. It's like burnt in there or something. But enough about me talking about Final Fantasy. Right now, let's play this game. I'm excited about this. I guess we're going to start a new game. A fan game by GREMCORP. So talented. This is ridiculous. Okay. I'm going to make my window bigger. There we go. Five mysterious voices as one awaken. We could even. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna be in this section of the game for an hour of my life. Yeah, man, I can change my bangs. Character choices are one of my weaknesses in games. Look at these little sprites. They're delightful. Oh my god. What are we gonna do with you? This is too cool. I'm just impressed with this. You win. Oh, what color hair do I want? Do I want to have green hair? That's Lady Danger hair right there. Who doesn't want to be cool like Lady Danger? I'm the coolest person in the world. Do I want a ponytail? No, I can have cool hair like that. That's very similar to my hair. Oh, maybe that? Now you guys all just get to sit here and watch me create a character for an hour. We're not even going to get to the game. Oh, okay. Do not touch that button. Very well then. Oh, do I want? Oh, I don't want elf ears. I don't care for elves. They just cause problems. They always kill me. That's probably the biggest problem. Ooh, do I want? Yeah, no. Ooh, like I'm thinking about something all the time. That's more very sad. I am always sad all the time. How did you know, game? Yeah, do we want to have devious looking eyes? No. I want to be happy. I want to have big, bold green eyes to go with my... Oh, green. Yeah, we'll go with... Boop. Yeah, then I'll go with my hair. Cool eyebrows. Eyebrow time. Do 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 do. There we go. I've spent my life on character creation screens. A more defined nose. Just a little bit of a nose that you can see. I think we'll go with that nose. No, maybe. No. Let's see here. Let's just go with a normal mouth. No, we don't need to do that. Back. Go facial markings. Oh, do we want to have cool tattoos on their face? Or markings? Like a kitty? Yeah. I can have ears? Okay, now we're talking, Grim. Yeah, I have kitty ears. Ooh, do I want little downturned kitty ears? I don't want bunny ears. I don't want those ones either. I gotta have cool bunny. I want foxy ears? Oh, man. Yeah. I'm gonna have these ears. Mine are gonna be purple. Yeah. I gotta have a tail, too. Oh, man. Grandma, that's everything I've ever wanted. You gotta have a little fluffy tail. Man, if I had a tail, I would just sit there and play with it all the time. It would be ridiculous. Look at my little purple tail. I love it. I don't want wings. I don't need wings. I already have tail. I don't want to go crazy. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Am I okay with this look? I am okay with this look. Tara? Oops, that's not the backspace. Where's the backspace? I don't know. Where are we going? What have I done? Burp. We're just gonna be Amara. Because that's who I am. That works. Amara. Dun, da, da, da. Awaken, Amara. Dun, dun, dun. The time has come. The time? Perhaps we awoke the soul too soon. Perhaps. Was there a choice in the matter? This would not have happening. Let's see if I can read things properly. All timing is as necessary, even the unexpected. What's done is done. It is agreed. What? What's going on? This is like me when I wake up in the morning. Ah, child, the soul remembers, but the body does not. It will come back to you in time. My soul? Shh. Drakemare is in need of you once again, hero. Drakmere. Oh, let me see if I can pronounce things. Dromakar. There we go. Dromakar. A cataclysm nears. A hero rises. Balance is restored. A hero slumbers again. But this time... Oh, the sound effects. It just reminds me so much of... There is an outside force. Beings from far across the veil and find their way here. The cataclysm comes too soon. This outside force threatens the very fabric of reality for Dromakar. I'm gonna get this right. Balance must be restored, or all will be lost. Dun, 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 dun. We have used the last of our strength to awaken your soul and call forth champions of our own from beyond the veil. Dun, 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 dun. We've used the last of our strength to awaken your soul and call for... Oh, I already read this. Like, it just added the rest on the bottom. Okay. However, in doing so, your memories seem not to have awakened as of yet. you remember Dromakar, your home. Perhaps you will need to meet it and its people once again. The people have forgotten you, and with it, hope. I don't remember anything. What good is a hero with no memory? You were born, Dromakar. Your home will remember you. There is precious little we can do from afar like this, but take what power we have left through one of us. Receive the blessings of the crystal and make your way to our temples. Move with the arrow keys, important, and then interact with the crystal by pressing confirm key. You can also click on the screen and your character will attempt to automatically move toward the location. You can also click on people, things, to move them and interact with them. That's pretty cool. Oop. Oh, apparently I don't want to go to blue. Blue-aligned magic has a tendency to specialize in card draw and counter magic. We're going to go to my favorite color. Do I wish to gain the power of blue mana and be known as a mind shifter, a title given to blue mages? No, I don't. But now I want to know everything that I can do. White-aligned magic has a tendency to specialize in damage prevention, with life gain as a secondary mechanic. Do you wish to gain the power of white mana and be known as a Lightbringer, a title given to white mages? No. But I would like to see what other options I have. Green-aligned magic has a tendency to specialize in physical attacks, mana gain, and destroying enemy buffs. Do you wish to gain the power of green mana and be known as a Earth Speaker, a title given to green mages? No. I don't. They're like, make haste! Last you quit trying to look at everything. Red-aligned magic has a tendency to specialize in direct damage, focusing also on speed and aggressive tactics. Do you wish to gain the power of red mana and be known as an Ember Dancer, title given to red mages? No. I will say that these names are pretty cool. I want to be any of these things. Black-aligned magic has a tendency to specialize in using life as a resource in addition to mana, as well as causing various negative stasis effects. That's a me. Do you wish to gain the power of black mana and be known as a Grave Caller, a title given to black mages? An outsider known as Chandra. Aid her on her journey, and your path will lead to us. Chandra? Do I have to, Chandra? There's little time to waste. Even now, our power continues to wane. Go. Those damn crystals. So much might, and the power of communication seems not to be one of them. No explanation? No nothing? Dromakar? As much as I hate to admit it, what they said seems to be true. I can feel it. Like a crazy person. That's currently what is happening. No wonder the beasts think I'm easy prey. Let's just see what the blessings of the crystal can do. Okay, now we're in combat. try to actually really fucking kiss this. I always haven't really had the 20 hours. Music. Gravity is learned. Going to have to fight my way to go meet this Chandra, aren't I? Always with some cryptic quests. Why are they always like this? Always like this. No use thinking about it now. Footsteps. Closer. Remember. Who's there? Chandra. You have to. Who's there? Chandra. That does. That's right. That's me. I'm Chandra. No, I'm Chandra. No, you're Chandra. Chandra Nalar, pyromancer extraordinaire and planeswalker. I must have forgotten. Or, sorry, must have gotten a concussion or something. I don't know how I added a complete... Yeah. Can't remember a thing about the last few. It's actually all pretty hazy. Can't remember the last few days. Weeks? Months? Oh yeah, that voice. Hello? Hello? Nothing. Huh. What am I supposed to do about that? Just adding words. Welcome to me playing RPGs. I make it say whatever I want it to say. What's going on? It's getting worse. There's no time right now. So all I can do is send you somewhere safer. Safer? I'm in the middle of space. What's going on? I can handle myself. Not in your current state, Chandra. You have to recover feels so much worse than planeswalking. Normal walking? Yeah, it does. I can't planeswalk out of here. And it's gold! Well, at least you can light things on fire. That's always a positive. Whew! Feels like my spark is still there. Well, that's good. Somehow everybody's sparks got taken away. Is it this place that's stopping me somehow? No. No use thinking about it right now. Looks like there's a village nearby. Gotta get my bearings somehow. Old man? Missy? Hello? You just gave an old man a heart attack. No one ever comes that direction that doesn't live here. Oh, is that the case? Harry, I guess? No matter. I won't pry. Usually when people mysteriously show up here, it's because they don't want to be found. No, it's not. No. I'll not hear of it. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Henrik, Mayor of Icehaven. I am Chandra. Pleased to meet you, Chandra. Oh, you must be freezing. Please, let me get you some tea. Tea actually does sound good right now. Well then, is it that obvious? Please, I mean you no harm, though. Anyone that makes tea this good can't possibly be a bad person. That makes sense. Hi. I'm glad you're a good sport about it. Well, Icehaven is a small fishing village in the middle of nowhere, but even we have been affected by changes that have been happening around the world. Changes? Yes, the wildlife has become more aggressive as of late. The fish seem to have moved elsewhere, and the freeze is far too early this year. Let me tell you, I woke up to snow this morning, and I was not very freaking happy about it. The mana does feel unstable here. Why, the pass is completely blocked off with ice. They say it hasn't frozen over this completely in hundreds of years. Is there anything I can do to help? Help! You just got here, Missy. I couldn't. Oh, no. More aggressive, huh? Dun, dun, dun. There are wolves in the mountains nearby, but they've never come this close to the village before. Somebody help! Maybe I can help after all. What? It's too dangerous. Not to mention you're my guest. I could never. Henrik, the tea was... What is happening? Yeah. Yes, it's awesome. Good to see you. So bye. And I like save. Am I gonna die? Help! Wolf! Are you okay, kid? Yeah, I'm okay. That's right, everybody. Did you see that deer? Took care of that wolf like it was nothing. Just doing what I can. The mana in the surrounding area feels a tad odd, but nothing I can't work with. You're gonna light this kid on fire. That's so cool. Is that magic? Did you see that, dear? Just like the mages in the mainland. Mages in the mainland? The mayor just scared everybody to death. Ah, so you're a magic user. Come back inside. There's something I'd like to discuss with you. Da, da, da. Magic is quite rare to see up in these parts of the world. Most mages are in the employ of the capital in the mainland and rarely leave. Though something tells me you're not from there. Is it really that obvious? I'm a Mage Academy dropout myself. Didn't have what it takes to make it into the Pact Mages Guild. Pact? Why are you telling? You're not speaking our language, yet we perfectly understand each other. Wait, what? It's impossible to tell without being trained in it, but I can tell you don't speak a word of our language, much less the dialect up here. You probably don't even realize you do this everywhere you go. Now that he mentions it, I don't think I've run into any issues communicating with people across the multiverse. Blast you, Graham! Don't make me think about things. Don't worry, most people won't be able to tell. Even I could barely pick up on it. And I majored in magical logistics. Logistics, oh my god. But we're not here to talk about your old school, are we? Sharp as ever. Chandra, I can tell you're a good person. Well, she tries, yeah. I try. No, there isn't much we can offer you in Ice Haven, but you're free to rest here whenever you like. I appreciate that, but imagine you yourself would like to do what you can to get back to wherever it is you're from, by the looks of it. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. I figured as much, so I have a proposition for you. I'm listening. Like I mentioned before, the pass was frozen over much earlier than last year. We're pretty self-sufficient, but we do try to export a few things through here. The last reports to come in were of a giant wall of ice blocking our way. You know what Chandra is good at? Melting things. I was thinking that with your magic, we might be able to find a way through. I like your way of thinking. It's not going to be easy, especially with the wildlife being so savage as of late, but I feel like you can handle yourself. Yep. This isn't a favor I'm asking. As the village mayor, I'm formally hiring you, Chandra, to help us with this issue. You don't have any currency, do you? You clever old man, getting me to accept money like that. Ha! I'll take that as a compliment. Here you go. Consider our contract sealed. Now, once you get through the pass, you'll want to head south toward the town of Frostport. From there, you can charter a boat and get to the mainland. If anyone knows anything about situations like this, it'll be the mages of Athenia. Athenia? Just be on your guard. Power has a tendency to corrupt, and the mages are some of the most powerful people in the world. Don't I know it? I'm just glad to see good people such as yourself are still out there. Or out there too. I really appreciate it, Hendrik. Of course. Take care of yourself out there, Miss Sandra. I will. Take care of yourself as well. If I take care of myself too much more, I'll outlive all the young folk in the village. Oh, I almost forgot. The tavern has a few things for sale that might help you along your journey. Give them a visit if you'd like. Great, thanks. One last thing, let me know if you ever need to rest up. My home is open to you any time. Thank you, Hendrik. Okay, I can just walk breaking things. Oh no, we're really... This is always gonna happen. Ah, we find some gills. Another super bomb. Never mind. That's shady at all. But hello there, aren't you? Care if anybody was home in the last house. I'm searching everything. What happens if there's stuff? Somebody's in your I did set up a cat cam, so that you can see Barbie. At least I think so. Let me make sure. Yeah, Barbie cam. Barbs. Yeah. Yeah, I put a camera on you. What is a cat cam? So, you know, don't like much. Watch. Yeah, I see something. this house? Check the log. It's just okay, I already changed it. Wasn't sure if I needed to heal Zero damage. That's even worse than the amount of damage I remember before. Matter if it's blind or not now. Oh no, it's me. I just landed on Chandra. Ah! First thing you know is one of this attack. This person, do they have this perk? This shows me Chandra. I can feel it. Is it true? Feels different, this perk. It's familiar at the same time. Wonderful, wonderful. To the mainland now. Through forest and then down to the port town of Frostburg. Maybe this rock. I'm really out of defense. I'm having way too much fun. Reminds me of the old Final Fantasy game. Chandra, you're doing nothing. Fire shot. Let's got our own mana. We're doing bear. Get that over here. Terrible cell function. Buy my stuff. Buy my things. Which I love. I love sprites. That's all you have to do. Meet him. But yeah, some genre, type art, thank you for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself. I will be back tonight beforehand. I will be back. Maybe go to the academy, play matching together online, or attempt to try to figure it out. Not miss our triggers and learn how to play. It is always a blast. We're playing all console turns. At least 20% of our deck has so I'm going to be playing Abzan. I am Abzan. I always do. Probably small cons. It's usually what happens. I like to tell a story. That's what we'll be doing tonight. So, thank you very much for hanging out with me throughout the night. And thank you very much for letting me be part of this. I appreciate it. It's freaking awesome. When I come back on, I like to see the game. Yeah, it's awesome. Good job. Excellent. Love it. Yeah, I got nothing else. You win the game. I have nothing to give anymore. See y'all. Title screen. Which the title screen is awesome too. Like this brings you all into the game. Fan-made game by GREMCORP. Unofficial fan content permitted by the fan content policy. Not endorsed public use portions of materials used on property of used. It's even got like the music, the background. Like, very good job. Very good job. I'll everybody. Otherwise, I'll just keep talking. Take care.